What's up, Nail Geeks? I am back with Glisten and Glow's new releases. We have monthly mystery polishes. This is July through October, and we have some really fun Crelly polishes to check out. If you are a fan of her Mountain Dew mocktail from the previous polish pickup, then these are going to be so up your alley. We also have some new other goodies to check out as well, so let's dive right in. First up, I'm going to show you guys the top coats that I'm using in this post. We have the matte top coat. I've reviewed this one before for you guys, along with the quick dry glossy top coat. Those of you who watch pretty much all of my videos know that I've extensively reviewed this one. And we have the brand spanking new glitter grabber, and this is a top coat that smooths out your glitters and flaky polishes and reduces texture and all that good stuff. So prices are on the bottom right, so let's dive in. First up, we have July 2020. This is a bright blue Crelly with added black and black hollow glitters in various shapes and sizes. On release, this one will be 10. So this has a very much Crelly-like feel to it. I feel like it leans just a touch more on that jelly side. So for opacity, I'm going to suggest between 2 and 3 coats. Now the formula is pretty similar on all 4 in this video, but some of them I took up to 3 and some I took up to 2 coats. So really going to depend on your preference and how you apply. Now I also want to point out that the brush that you are seeing on the actual polishes is the premium brush. So the brush that you're going to see on the top coats, that is the standard brush that the polishes from Glisten and Glow come with, and you have the option of upgrading your brush and ordering that on to your orders. Here is the glitter grabber. Now the monthly polishes don't have too much texture, but they do have just a little bit of a thirsty quality to them, so I'm using the glitter grabber on all of them. Now basically you let your polish, whether it's a glitter or a flaky type, dry down for a few minutes, and then you go in with your glitter grabber, apply 1 coat and wait a few minutes. It's really not time dependent, and then you finish off with whatever top coat you're using. So in this post, I'm finishing off with the glossy top coat from Glisten and Glow. Highly recommend grabbing it if you haven't tried it. It's a wonderful, wonderful, quick drying, very glossy top coat. And here I'm showing you guys the matte top coat. I have reviewed this one in the past too. Both the quick dry glossy top coat and the matte top coat are very excellent. They both have really lovely formulas. I've had no smearing on stamps or nail art or anything like that with either of them. Really recommend checking both out, as they are both very quick to dry down as well. And next is August 2020. This is a medium teal Crelly with added black and black hollow glitters in various shapes and sizes. On release, this one will also be 10. So I was really excited. I'm one of those people that for my birthday month, it's pretty much my birthday month. It's not a birthday day. So anything that's August related, I'm all about. And I was really excited to see that the teal was for the month of August. This is a really pretty base color. Once again, 2 to 3 coats. This does have a really smooth formula to it, very similar to July, and it does build up very quickly to opacity. Once again, depending on whether or not you're going to wear it at 2 or 3 coats. So I was really impressed with the formulas on these. Now I do have a very awful break on the nail that I polish on for the videos. After my injury for that burn last week, and then now this break that I repaired, and I'm hoping you can't really tell, it hasn't really been that great for my swatch hand this last week and a half. So craziness. But with repairs, typically you can see them, especially with more jelly-like polishes, but the formula on these are very nice. So you really can't see, at least in my opinion, my hope, you really can't see my repair a whole lot. So these are very forgiving for being on the somewhat lighter side of formula. And once again, I'm going in with glitter grabber. So again, you can apply it over any type of glitter or flaky polish that is thirsty, and it takes just a few moments as you normally polish, and then finish off with either a matte top coat or a glossy top coat, whichever you prefer. Now I want to note that the glitter grabber, in my experience using it so far, I think it adds an extra glossy factor. So if you're going to top coat with a glossy top coat, it makes your nails so glossy that my camera was actually having a tough time focusing on these polishes for my swatches because so much light was reflecting off of them. Really, really nice type of solidifying base, if you will. Now here, going in with the matte top coat, I also want to point out that when I'm wearing matte top coats in real life, not just for swatching, I do like to have some type of foundation, such as a quick drying top coat over my polish before I go in with a matte top coat. That way it helps seal everything in and I have that extra thickness and protection. And next is September 2020. This is a medium grass green Crelly with added black and black hollow glitters, once again in various shapes and sizes. And again, this one will also be 10 upon release. So I do agree with the official description that this is a true medium grassy type of green. I'm definitely not going to classify it in the neon category. It's very vibrant, but it's got this bold type of fallish type of shade to it. So typically this time of year we start to see these creams that are just a little bit muted, not so much dusky, but they're not quite neon. So they're still very bold and very vibrant. I think all four of these polishes are going to be fantastic transitions into fall as we start to see them this time of year. So once again on this one, between 2 and 3 coats for opacity, and I think everyone's going to be just fine. Now on this one, I feel like I had just a little bit less glitter payoff on my brush strokes here, but when I went back in to do my nail art for the end of the video, I did shake the hell out of the bottles and I got really good glitter payoff. So please note that the glitters are of the larger variety, so give them a really, really good shake and it kind of helps loosen them up off the walls of the bottle and you'll get really good glitter payoff. So I definitely wanted to note that I had no problems with fishing or with careful placement when I did that and just made sure to shake them very, very well. I think there's like 2 mixing beads in these, so I think you're going to be good. Just don't forget to really shake your bottles. So here once again, finishing off with the glitter grabber and the quick dry glossy top coat. This is so stinking glossy. It's really in your face, and I like that somewhat extra thickness, like a foundation to your polish. And then going in with the matte top coat, I thought this one looked really cool. This is going to be a fantastic type of Halloweenish shade, this and October. Now all 4 are releasing around the same time, which I'll get to that towards the end of the video, but once again, I think these are fantastic colors to kind of transition us into the next season. A little bit of an early release for that kind of color palette, but I'm here for it. Typically around August, I start looking forward to really nice fall shades. And finally, we have October 2020. This is a medium orange with added black and black hollow glitters in various shapes and sizes. Once again, this one will also be 10 on release. So this is very much October in a bottle. I think this is going to be fantastic for those Halloween manis. Now this one I think is behaving decently well for this shade of orange on the video. I do want to note this is definitely a medium orange. Once again, not neon, but still quite vibrant. It's got just a bit of a muted type of feel to it in person. I think the video watching on the playback here on my monitor, it's got a bit of a red type of cast to it, so I want to point out that in person, this orange is like a pumpkin-y type of orange. It has a little bit of that squash type of feel to it, so not quite as red-leaning as what you're seeing on the video. At least I'm working on it off of an old monitor, so I'm thinking it might just be my screen, but just in case, I really wanted to throw that out there. This is a true pumpkin-y medium type of orange. And then again, going in with the glossy top coat, I'm telling you guys on my macro shots, it got so glossy between the quick dry and the glitter grabber that it was a real pain to get these to focus on my macro lens. And I mean that in a really good way, that it's just so glossy. I actually really liked that putting both together gives you that really super juicy type of look. And then of course going in with the matte top coat, once again, at risk for repeating myself, easy peasy formula. I really like the matte top coat from Glisten and Glow 2. Another really good contender if you're looking for a matte top coat. I've had no issues with it. It dries down pretty harsh for a matte, and it just really dries down pretty quick on the nail too. And here we have CTRL+ALT+DEL. This is a new colored latex barrier that is unscented, and this is fantastic for nail art. It's a nice bright baby blue, and it dries down in about a minute, which I'm going to show you guys here on my nail. I'm going to do a little bit of nail art with the Crellies. So honestly, if you are new to nail polish, pretty much a latex barrier or non-latex if you are allergic, but some type of barrier, in my opinion, is basically a staple to your nail toolbox. So this makes things so much easier, whether you're marbling or if you're stamping or if you're doing gradients. I think it's just really one of those necessities, if you will, if you're going to do nail art. So definitely recommend. I also really like that on latex barriers for purposes of cleanup, like what I'm showing you guys in the video. I think it's fantastic when they're colored because you can see them, and while I use a clear latex barrier for swatching, which is what you guys are always seeing on my nails before I start applying, I really prefer the colors for my skin protection, mostly because I can see it. So the few times in the very, very distant past when I first started, I did attempt to use clear latex barriers on my skin for cleanup like this, and I just found that sometimes it gets a little tricky. You don't know if you put enough on, where your barrier is, especially when you go to clean up and then remove that latex, that it's just easier to see. So this also has a really strong fibrous-like feeling. I also heavily judge latex barriers on how thick they dry down, because you want them thick, because as I'm peeling it off right here, you are putting so many layers of polish from gradients or whatever on it that you want it to be able to be strong enough to pick up that excess. So I digress on latex barriers. You guys know I am a big polish nerd, so I can talk about these things and my opinions all day long. Now here I'm going in with the glitter grabber. Another reason why I wanted to do a gradient with the two jellies, even though jellies typically don't do the best gradients, I wanted to show you guys what glitter grabber would do, and I also wanted to test it out with as much glitter as possible. So sponging glitter type of Crellies like this really helps to build up that glitter and makes it super thirsty. So honestly, I wore this specific mani after I worked on it for 2 days after, and my nails were smooth to the touch, and it gave that really nice, thick, not textured feel. So I have to definitely say the glitter grabber definitely works to reduce and prevent any texture from overly thirsty polishes. Now, the latex barrier, the glitter grabber, and the quick dry glossy top coat and matte top coat are all currently available in Glisten and Glow's shop, and the monthly mysteries in this video will release July 4th today at 7 p.m. Eastern time at Glisten and Glow's shop. I'll link you guys below to that if you want to get in there and check out all the goodies she has, and her Facebook fan group if you have not joined that too, so you can see additional swatches and all that good stuff. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.